Russia with Love is the next Bond film in the Bond series after Dr. No, which of course is Sean Connery's second film, which came out in 1963, a year after Dr. No. Dr. No was a fantastic hit, and it made a ton of money at the time, and so of course they petitioned a sequel, but they didn't just petition for a sequel. They basically greenlit one immediately, and then they also gave it a higher budget. And I think that's one of the best aspects about this movie. I think Dr. No does not hold up as well as most people like to think it does, but I think this one does significantly more. I think there are still issues with some of the way women are portrayed in these Sean Connery movies, and the way black people are portrayed in them. One of the things about black people in older movies like this is black people were not really able to have roles other than something that was representative of their race. One of the first movies to ever have a black person who was not someone if you're a black person, you were in the movie because the character that you were playing was black. Like, it was because of your race, right? The first movie to ever not do that was Night of the Living Dead, and that didn't come out till, I believe, the late 50s or 60s. So that was one of the first ones, and that's kind of representative of kind of the time. So you see a lot of that with older movies being very racist, because that's kind of what they did, is they did stuff like that. And I think it hurts these movies because you can tell that. And Sean Connery in this movie was not horrible. It was not horrible in the first Doctor No, but he's significantly better in this film. And what I like about this movie is it is a lot better paced than Doctor No. I think Doctor No moves a little bit slower, because with most Bond films, he's kind of globe-trotting. He's going from different location on these missions and stuff. Well, this movie is the first one to really do that. Like, the first Dr. No did that too, but very few locations. This one has a lot more locations, and it's always exciting. It's always adventurous. It also invented the pre-credit scene, which at the beginning of each Bond film, there's a preview of what the movie's going to be like, and that's a great moment. And then there's also the best aspect of this movie, which I think is the villain in this movie, who is an agent of Spectre, who was introduced for the first time in the Bond series in this movie. And there's a great confrontation scene with him in the movie, and that is shredded in this blue light as they kind of go toe-to-toe, and it's a great moment, and it's funny, it's clever, it's great, and it's everything you want in a Bond scene, and it's brilliant. And this movie is one of the best Sean Connery films of his career, and it's fantastic. It's a great movie. I think it's one of the best of the Bond series, but that is my review from Russia with Love.